This Ralphie Davis. Right now, y'all finna tap in to Hip Hop Seattle.
Oh, yeah, well, sick, man. Shout out Hip Hop Seattle.
It's Mafia D. We tapped in with Hip Hop Seattle.
We rocking with Hip Hop Seattle, you know what I'm talking about?
Beat Code 206 and you rocking with Hip Hop Seattle.
Yo, it's your boy Gil Tanisha here watching Hip Hop Seattle.
You're tuned in to Hip Hop Seattle.
Y'all, it's Who's Cage, you know, I'm tapped in with Hip Hop Seattle.
I just wanna know if this how it's supposed to be. I cannot pretend, can't let them close to me.
This is the Hip Hop Seattle podcast, episode 1. My name is Kal Nadi, and I'll be the moderator.
It's your boy, Mr. High Definition. I'll be one of the hosts.
I'm Drea, or Lil Honey Dippin', whatever you please.
Yeah.
And then we have a guest on the show
Special
tonight.
guest.
Yo.
Special guest, Huey P.
Hey, if there was
rapping,
it would probably clap right now.
Right, that's
clap
what I'm
right there. Put a little clap in there. Absolutely. Shout out Oi Brand as well. Yeah.
Now, the point of this whole podcast is that we want to make sure all the dope shit that goes on in the beautiful state of Washington is highlighted. And we're going to share some of our ideas and opinions and whatnot and get things cracking from there. All right, the first topic today, Travis Thompson, Burion's own, and Bomb, was signed to Epic Records. He had a Project Runaways EP drop, I think, yesterday. Hats off to him. What does this mean for his career, and will it bring more attention to Seattle talent?
Well, I mean, obviously he's about to start making some money, you know what I'm saying? Signed a deal. But I hear the industry ain't, it ain't that poppin'. They be making you wait to put out music that's your own and some more shit. But, that's here and they say, I don't know.
I'm thinking with Travis Thompson, man, so him signing to Epic Records, if you've been watching his career over the past, year or so, ever since he did the song with Macklemore, Corner Store with Dave B as well, he just hit the ground running and just hasn't stopped, putting out quality videos, vlogs and stuff like that, doing shows. And he just went the extra mile doing just different promo things, And I felt like that all kind of like, it all evolved, and now here we are with the signing, with the partnership. So right now, I mean, honestly, that's just I feel like, depending on which avenue, which way he decides to go about this, it could really open up the floodgate for people to really pay attention to what's going on in the city just based off of that. But we also need, different representations of our city because, Travis Thompson has one sound that's great and he's coming in the game with his own sound. But then we have the other side of Seattle that, has yet to get that, We're still working on that. But Travis Thompson, like, hats off to him, you know what I mean? And I feel like, we can go from there. So
For sure.
Yeah.
The trajectory that he got to definitely, he got potential to take his career places. And just off of what's happened in hip-hop in the past, knowing how greedy labels are, I definitely feel like we're going to have more attention just based off that. Yeah, they're going to want to find their own Travis. Maybe if that's not including that type of music that he makes. But who knows? We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
So what about you, Huey?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
I think it's a good look for the city. Anybody from our region that gets a chance to, put his opinion and his sound on a higher platform is a plus for us, just period. Just being from where we're from. So I think that's dope. I haven't personally got a chance to dig all the way into bruh's music, but what I have heard has been dope, and I can see.
Same for myself.
You know what I mean? I can see where he pops out and his style and a charismatic person. I think he's pretty young, right?
He looks young.
I think he's young, like 20. He's 20, right? So yeah, you know what I mean? So just one of those, seems like a free spirit, type of artist. A brew and you know what I mean?
Loves to rap.
And with the homies or something. It's definitely a good look for the city because like you said, there's a lot of different sides that get that shine and get that, and that it might not be, mine personally, but it is a part of the culture, you feel me? So that's dope to see homie get his shine.
That's dope.
What's holding Seattle and other Northwest artists back from taking the next step in their career?
What's holding us back? What's holding everyone back? I would say the exposure. Pretty much, when you go to other regions, the South, the East, whatever, and you see their culture, it's very, very united. But they have a culture. You feel me? When you come to our region, our state specifically, there's not a culture like that to where it's like, say for instance, everywhere you go on the other side, there's DJs that'll break artists. You feel what I'm saying? And you know who they are. You come here, you don't know who's has that power to break and spin what they want and have that following to say, hey, I'm gonna take this local music, you know what I mean? There's these kids or whoever got the talent and we gonna turn them into a star. Because it's really that simple. That's what people don't understand. It's like we can make whoever a star. We just gotta get behind it. For real. So,
and that's one of the things, though.
That's one of the things that I feel is holding us back.
Though.
You know what I mean?
Because I feel like if we're able to be like, yo, this is our guy, and actually herald that person, it doesn't need to be, and when we do that, it doesn't need to be like, this is the only artist. We don't got to treat it like that, and nobody got to feel like, I'm the guy. You can feel that as far as confidence-wise, because I feel like you should never, ever look at somebody and try to say you shouldn't feel like that way, whatever. But as far as actually how we really feel as far as the music and what this person is doing, how much work they're putting into their craft and the star power and how people are perceiving it, if we put our effort and put our support behind it, we could just like Huey said, we can make anybody a star.
And that's,
but we can't do it, though.
That's big facts.
But Atlanta can do it.
And it's also the atmosphere. You feel me? Like I really being there, really doing it and doing the run. Like the strip club scene, that's a key piece for them.
Breaking music, pretty much.
Breaking music constantly. That's a key thing. That's something that gives them a upper hand. You know what I mean? In the culture, what do you see? Like, what are they really selling in the culture? When you look at it, it's always somebody popping it. It's always that lifestyle. We don't have that lifestyle.
What would you change about the scene then? What do you think is the missing like puzzle that you can start it off like that would really help everybody out? If we could just change this or we could add this, what do you think? Because everybody has their own. We all know this. We all know. But like, what is it really though?
It would be really like a Justice League. It would have to be. You feel me? Like, it would have to be so many different pieces. It would have to be everybody coming together to say, hey, this is, you know what I mean? It would take the whoever's popping, the Travises, the young boy, the Mosey, you know what I'm saying, the Razes, it would take people that have a real stint, as well as yourself, and it would take people that have that, that presence to become like a Justice League to say boom, because right now the recipe for everybody is to get out of here.
That sounds like a Northwest tour.
Or you gotta dip and come back.
You gotta go get it popping, and then come back. But the way we are, the people here, you have to have a foundation first. Otherwise, if you go and come back, they're not gonna love you.
This is what it is.
That's facts.
Look, people just don't support each other. Like, regardless, like at the end of the day, you have some people who put their all into supporting the artist or whoever it is, and then you're not getting that same 100 back. You getting 25 because really they're using you as an advantage. They're trying to use you to get to another stepping stone. So that's where you run into a lot of that, like not getting anywhere, is because nobody really supports. You don't have that networking that you need to.
It's a lot of that crab in a barrel scenario. You feel me? Like, and it's not necessarily individuals. It's like, even so within the team, it's like all we're worried about is the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, all we're worried, and being facts, that's all we're worried about right now at this point is our team. And making sure, I'm good, they're good, that, you know what I'm saying? And this is in position. And it's going to take, like I said, it's just a forefront, a real Justice League, push to where it's like, everybody's uniting, that's really here, that's really in the mud, that's really, you know what I mean, hustling to get your music, if that's really what you want to do. And it's not necessarily music, it's all aspects of here, because if you put it all together, it's a super dope place, bro, with the art, the fashion, the history, the sounds. If you bring it all into one place, bro, it's a dope place. It's a unique place. It's a place that's not like other places. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to do what we have to do to get it you know, to the forefront. It's kind of like getting a trade. You know what I mean?
We gotta get our respect though, too, because the rest of the nation really look at us like we're real. I see in a lot of different conversations they just kind of write us off or say they whack or whatever. I be seeing that sometimes. I don't know if you guys notice that sometimes.
I feel like the major things is like our major things is like business. They don't never talk about we ain't got no money. They don't never say that. They can't say that. You know what I'm saying? So they have to respect us to a certain extent because they always come in here. They're always here. And the issue with that is the locals at sometimes will treat the out-of-towners better than their own. And that's just because we haven't.
Those stepping stones I was talking about.
We got to keep it a million right now, actually.
If this is what we're going to do with Hip Hop Seattle, Hip Hop Seattle has to keep it all the way.
Hey, we're going to keep it a million right now. Why can't there be a Seattle artist that's like the big artist that everybody comes out? Why do we got to bring in all these like people?
What do you mean by that? Like, what are you saying?
I'm going to keep it a million, man. I love music in general, period. So I'm a fan of it no matter what. So of course you want to see people you look up to, or just people you just want to go to a dope show or something because you listen to this stuff every day. You want to see the live artists. I get it. But there's also the whole element of like, why is it that we got to have some out-of-towner come in to headline it, and then you put like a dope rapper or a dope artist from our city under it to make it kind of look like, man, you can't do this on your own. You need me. Kind of shit, you know what I mean? Like, we got to be able to say, man, Huey P is the headliner. This is the biggest shit in the city. It can't just be like, okay, we got, I don't know, man. I don't even throw a name out there, but some big artist from Atlanta come over here, and then we herald that,
right? And
then, you know what I mean? Right. There has to be the lines are kind of like blurred with that. It's like, what do people really feel?
I think with that aspect of, I think that was a strategy for a lot of artists, especially even myself. That was a strategy for a lot of artists at one point in time. Was like, okay, locally, you're a local artist. You might have a buzz within a certain part. How do I get it to everybody else in the region? So it would be a scheme like, okay, everybody likes this person. Let me bring this person out, right? So I can get everybody locally in this building. Okay, now I'm gonna put myself and showcase my music to these people. But the mistake is everybody doesn't capitalize the right way. Everybody might just perform, and that's what you did for the rest of the night. You didn't capitalize. You didn't have your merchandise. You didn't have your contacts. You didn't have, you weren't mingling. You didn't have your street team in the crowd. You didn't have your street team outside after the show. So they're handing out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to fully capitalize, you know what I'm saying? And being in positions to where we were doing that, we learned, a lesson learned. Okay?
And I'm not shitting on that, by the way.
No, it's not a shit
even
on.
Myself, we all had moments like you do that. It's a stepping stone, absolutely. But we gotta be able to like champion our own artists, or we're the big artists. When they look at the city, they know what it is. You know what I mean? And there can be a lot. If you gotta look at Atlanta. We have to keep using it. It sucks that we gotta use Atlanta, but man, you got the 2 Chainz, the Future. Like, these people are actually like, you got to keep it real.
They take their own, but they take their own and bring them up.
They're all A-list.
If you really look at the history of like a lot of the people coming out of Atlanta, they're all connected some way, shape, or form. This was such and such little homie and such and such.
That's kind of like California too.
You know what I'm saying? It is like that with Cali.
So that is a question, like, why can't Washington do that?
Well, the thing in Seattle, there's no distinct sound. In Atlanta and Texas, New York, there's all distinct
sounds. That should be a
sounds,
positive. It shouldn't be a negative.
But they're able to drill that sound into your head because they dominate their radio stations. They have control. They're DJs. Their culture. They can really do that. That's why everybody goes there. That's why everybody goes to, you know what I'm saying?
Seattle music still has the grunge element to it, even hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Because their city is kind of dark a little bit, bro. Like, we're a product of our environment. When you're going out to these shows, these Capitol Hill shows, cold as shit outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's outside. It's kind of like, it's a vibe. It's different. And we're just different. And you got the Seattle freeze shit, all that.
We're
just weird people.
That's a complete vibe.
We're just weird people.
But it's hard to get people to come out and to support you when you're not really the type of music that they like. In Seattle, you got artists that make West Coast type music. You got a fan base that listens to that music. Then the people that make the grunge-esque music that may be a little bit more like alternative or Kid Cudi, those niggas are not gonna come over. They're not gonna show up. It's not just like, hey, he's a Seattle artist, that's the homie. We went to school together, yada yada, let's show some support. They're not gonna do that. Like that's not my music, so I'm not gonna go. In Atlanta, they have the benefit of having a distinct sound. You can make that music in that lane, and
but
then
also
pop and do whatever.
Not
the
to
fuck
cut
you
you
want.
off, you're also hearing
Come out
this
with
music
R&B.
everywhere too. DJs is playing this shit. Everybody's playing this music.
Yeah.
It's not just there.
Yeah.
I want to hear Seattle artists in the club I want to, bro, throw in the, bro.
And
Like, we got to be doing that.
That's
They're
something,
always doing
that's something like you go to any local DJ, they might spin something like that's a personal friend. You know what I mean? Or somebody that they rock with themselves. Like you're saying, this is my homie, but we're looking out for team. So this is the homie, so I'll play his joint in the club at peak time once or twice a night and boom, boom, boom. But there could be somebody that not is necessarily better, but just has an open shot. Kick them to rock.
Yeah. And shout out to DJ C,
you know what I'm saying?
People like that, Indica Jones. Shout out. There's a lot of DJs that do that, but I say it just needs to be more regular. Like everybody got to do it.
I feel like it's a part of the artist too. Like you can't be lazy about it. You gotta like get up and go do it and go get it, go network, go meet who you need to meet. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So it's
all
like
about support.
Yeah. It is all about support.
If you support, but the thing is, it's hard to
It is the culture
to go
altogether.
because people are afraid to get bit in the ass once or two times. So you really have to put yourself out there. You really gotta be vulnerable to somebody manipulating you. You know what I'm saying? To build a real connection, to bump into somebody that's also like that. That's like, oh shit, like I can trust you. And then, but it takes time for us to bump into each other finally. You know what I'm saying? So in the middle of that we're bumping into this dickhead. Are we speaking like that?
Yeah, we can say whatever you want, man.
Those are lesson learned.
We're bumping into this dude, and this dude that was just bad business, shady. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how you grow. That's how you pick
that
and
shit
choose
sucks, though.
what you gotta
that's
do.
how you grow.
For every like 5, you run into like 1 or 2 good ones, man. And I feel like that's. And that's just kind of
you can't be mad at it. You just gotta go get it. Like you can't be mad at that.
We still
Everybody
artists though,
gotta
because
go
every
that.
true artist is a sensitive person. Every true artist, because that's the artists that make the best music because they're really in tune with their shit. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, you don't want to like. It's more content. You talk about it in the music, and some people might wonder why an artist might talk about that kind of thing. Is because I'm going through, or like whatever an artist is going through, you're gonna hear it in the music, whether or not the lyrics say. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna feel the vibe. You feel what I'm saying? Like. And I feel like that vibe is felt everywhere in Seattle, but it's just like, I don't know if we know how to communicate the shit or even tell people that,
It's just we don't have the same type of atmosphere. You feel me? Like you say, you come to a show and after you let out the show, that's it. You feel me? There's no real nightlife. You're not standing outside in the cold, chilling with the homies. You go to LA or something, there's a show. It's cracking after the show. You can be politicking.
I'm already know.
You know what I'm saying? You go to Miami, you go to Atlanta, it's all the same. So
you're right.
We just don't have
just
that culture here. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet, at least.
We can make dope films
though,
and
man.
shit and
Hip-hop
all of
Seattle,
that. We got our dopeness at other things. It's just as far as what we want to do as far as hip hop. It's just they give us that look.
We're gonna play Ellis Prescott's new song, Love Fever, featuring ParisAlexa.
Okay, but first, before we play this, I just gotta make this known. Like, I know Ellis Prescott, also known aka L on the Cam, aka Town ENT. I just always known him as a cameraman, and like I haven't heard any features, but I heard he has features and stuff like that. But to hear his first EP, like all the way through, like it's kudos. Hand claps. Let's add that in there.
Didn't realize that all the pressure made diamonds. I'm not here to play your girl, you are not an instrument to me. I know you've heard the same thing, but I maintain the same energy. I'm not here to play your girl, you are not an instrument to me. I know you've heard the same thing, but I maintain the same energy. Can't keep from falling in love. Can't keep from falling in love. I'm slipping deeper and deeper, though I know you ain't a keeper. So sick, love fever, yeah. Can't keep from falling in love. Can't keep from falling in love. I'm slipping deeper and deeper, though I know you ain't a keeper. So
take one step back and I end up we could try to be strong. But baby, I need you, no, I need to leave you, don't wanna believe it.
Okay. Snippet.
All right, now that we've had a chance to listen to that.
Sorry, Trio, what do you think about that record?
1 to 10
What do
rating.
you think, excuse me?
1 to 10. I really have to dig in and hear it in my.
I feel you.
In my, you know.
What are we
fullness.
grading? Hold on, 1 to 10 as far as just is what we just heard, just boom off rip right there,
Just
or like
if you heard it, like, you know. Like,
Me, I know, bruh. So you know, it's a 10. But
yeah,
Right.
if I'm critiquing and doing all of that, I just really have to hear it in full. The sounds, the bass, but it sounds dope. I know it. I know his sound already.
Did you listen to his EP yet?
I peeped like 1 or 2 tracks to keep it all the way.
I'm a second him on that as well. I'm not gonna. As far as 1 to 10, you know, I'd actually have to hear it with headphones and everything. But based off of what I heard, that sounds really dope. I know ParisAlexa is doing her thing right now too. So if they collab on a track like that, I'm sure that's his goal. We did hear it before, so it sounds good. And I think that I'm just gonna give it a 10 just because. But I feel like
shout out Talent ET.
I feel like, man, anybody that if you're doing videos and you're singing and all this and you have all this stuff going. I saw the artwork. I see it on Instagram and stuff like that. I feel like, man, you're doing your thing, multifaceted. So I got to get that a 10 right now, just cause, son. Anyways.
Oh, it's me? Oh, okay, yeah. I give it a 10 though. I really dig it. I really dig this song in particular. But there's another song on his album that's pretty dope. But like I said, it's just an artiste, multi-talented.
Shout out Ellis Prescott.
Shout out.
Recently, K-pop sensation K Park has been back in Seattle.
K-pop sensation. J Park.
K-pop sensation.
J Park.
So there's K-pop sensation J Park. Recently back in Seattle, making some moves. He signed some local artists to his label Higher Music. Recent signees including Raz Simone, Avatar Darko, and Jarv D. Does
I think
J
that's
Park's
a dope,
current roster look promising?
A dope lineup. I actually, where was we at when we was kicking? We had met them guys South by Southwest. I got a chance to see, you know, how they do, and they got a pretty dope setup. I think bro was from here or something, and then went to back home and got his numbers up, and then you know his music is going. I think wasn't he Jay-Z rocking with him or something?
Yeah, he signed a Rock
Nation.
Nation.
He signed a Rock Nation. Okay, bam, and then
Is it management or is the full
Yeah, he
deal?
signed a Rock Nation right
I
now.
don't know the ins and outs of it, but you know he got the label on it. You feel me? So
Things management.
I think that's dope though. I think people like Jarv D. That's what you said.
Jarv D, Raz Simone, Avatar.
And Avatar.
Yeah.
I feel like people like that deserve their just due. Those are people that I can say I've been hearing around since I've been doing my shit. So
yeah, absolutely.
Cats like Jarv D, salute. Avatar, salute. You know, and if it's the same Avatar I'm thinking about, you know, he was really in the street with it. So
You want to hear something real quick?
Definitely salute. And Raz, you know, without going, he's making, you know, dope moves right now. So it's a dope roster.
Yeah, I think it's a power move. So these guys were already rocking. I'm not sure if Raz and them were making music. I don't know if all of them were making music, but I definitely know that Avatar and Jarv are rocking or doing records before. So they're building a buzz up here in Seattle, and I feel like, you know, Jay coming back here and making a move like that, hey, it can only be good.
Nah, and that's it goes to exactly what we were speaking about when it's like picking, you know, your people up. Even though, you know, if bro was from here, from the story I've heard, he was from here, went and did his stuff, and now he's coming back and putting on artists that are really from here that, you know, are, you know, more than deserving. So that's dope. He's somebody that should be you know, really bigged up for that.
So that's the sound they're going for. So right now do they have any females on there yet? Right now we just got the 4. Do they got anything or do you have any other plans for that?
I feel like there's not a lot of female artists getting signed out this way.
That's a whole. Are we about to dig into that, or we want to just stick to this? Because we can dig into that, but if you want to get this segment out the way first, then that's cool. But that's a whole nother conversation.
We're gonna save that for the interview. We're gonna ask you that same question. Actually, we're gonna note that one. But right now, yeah, it looks like a promising label right now, and he definitely has the bag behind him. He definitely got the support behind him. So whatever he says is a go. I'm sure they're gonna, everything they got is gonna come. So hey, salute to the whole label. It's good for Seattle, bro.
Huh? Oh, what do I think? Sorry. I keep feeling like I answered you already. No, I think like we were talking about earlier, like it's about, putting that pride or that ego aside and getting other people out there, like genuinely. So good move. Good chess move.
Director Young Tada recently dropped a new music video, Pimp Ho, by The Prophecy and Lil Woadie.
It ain't free, nigga. Keep the white on me, nigga. Want smoke, yeah, it's free, nigga. You know what it do, nigga. My crew act a fool, nigga. All my niggas monkeys call thumbs or boom a fool, nigga. Bitch, I'm booted up, big 40 like a oos, nigga. You know what it do, nigga. I'm coon with my coon niggas. Oh, free my nigga KK, he ain't racist, so but he keep a big ass AK. He gon' shoot you in your face, though. You know what it do, though. Hey, shout out Bruno. Bruno type of nigga, shoot you, make you fucking sing, though. Ooh, oh. A, A-E-I-O, don't owe you, cause you trippin', nigga. What it do, though? Do, though. Ay, it ain't free, ho. Pay that fee, you know what it be. I'm a pimp, ho. Ay, free pedo. Pedo shot a nigga, so he locked up in the clink, though. You know where I be. Booted up my Chinese. Twin Glocks at Siamese. Ooh. And I'm geekin'. Someone call beacon, cause your bitch, yeah, she freakin'. Why these niggas always hating? Tricking on these hoes, I ain't talking about no skating. Shopping at Target while I'm shopping at the Braven. I don't even go out, you would think a nigga take it, bitch. I'm really not though. One solid nut out the bitch, then I'm gonzo. Running through her teen like I play for the Broncos. Lil Woadie from the West, but a nigga ain't from Congo, stupid. I'm exclusive. S call my phone, so I hit her with the who this. I'm a money old, but I'm always rocking new shit. And I can't trust a bitch if her favorite candy Lucas. Climb to the top, you at the bottom like bikini. All I do is pull it up, no Riri. After the show, hit it once, shit was easy. Probably won't hit it again, cause that bitch wasn't freaky, bitch.
So that's Young Tada's video, and that's The Prophecy and Lil Woadie, Pimp Ho is the name of that record.
That's what the lyrics sound like.
What y'all think about that?
Look, I mean, that
Keep it a stack. I mean, how you feeling about?
I feel like that's how a lot of females move out here. So it's definitely gonna grab some attention, just like a fan base, because I mean, like I said, that's how a lot of people out here are. So they get their money. Can't knock it though, right?
I think it's a sound that is gonna rock with the young streets. You feel me? That's the kind of sound that's popular as far as that talk. Nothing really stood out too much though. You know what I mean? Like he's rapping. I hear him going. The video, as far as that though, the video looks pretty cool, up to date, kind of what everybody's kind of going with as far as the effects and stuff like that. So it's up to date, I would say. Yeah. Are we rating or we go 1 to 10 or not?
How you feeling? What do you think about that? Should we rate that or? What do you think about that?
It was the rating system was gonna be a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I'll give it a thumbs up, but I want to add a little bit to it. As far as like the quality of the video, yeah, up to date, looks good, like the effects and all that stuff. The rapping and stuff like that, yeah, it's definitely gonna find its group. People are gonna really rock with that. I know it's definitely gonna. I'm sure it sounds even better in the club and all that too. Mm-hmm. Personally, I'm not riding around listening to that just because of the lyrical content. I mean, I'm not gonna knock anybody because I have a lot of songs myself that you say whatever you want to say. But I'm just saying, as far as that, not really my vibe. But hey, like I'm not gonna knock the artist though. I mean, man, you living your life, man. Talk what you want. I don't know, man. Video's a thumbs up. Content, I mean, it can do a little more just because it's not really memorable. I heard a lot about, everybody's talking about that, but it is what it is. Shout out to the artist, the beat's filthy. It's cool. Thumbs up.
What do you think?
On me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on you, brother.
Oh, it's on me now?
Yeah, it's on you,
Oh,
brother.
shit. Yeah, you know, I appreciate anybody expressing themselves in the way that they love. So young niggas doing their music and shit, you know, go ahead and do it. Like you said, nothing really stuck out to me. Not something that
I feel like there's a big fan base that
replay
will,
on.
though.
Oh, absolutely. This shit's gonna go.
Yeah, you get it
This
to
shit's
the
gonna
right.
go.
You get that to
Yeah.
over there to the
And I'm not
DSP.
saying this shit won't slap.
That's my first time hearing that ever.
Yeah, I'm not saying this shit won't
He
slap.
had
It's
like
gonna
a
slap,
T,
but
like a T Grizzly. What's that dude? He had like a T Grizzly vibe to me or something.
yeah.
Thumbs up, you know.
We'll give that a thumbs up. Shout out Young Tyler.
Four out of four.
But thumbs up, you know.
We'll give that a thumbs up. Shout out. Yep.
Lil Woadie and The Prophecy. Y'all keep doing your thing.
Yep.
All right. Recently, Respect My Region dropped a list of artists, local Washington artists who they think are most likely to blow up this year. The list goes MKF, we got Travis Thompson, we got Gulavelli, ParisAlexa, Keyshawn, Isaac Jacuzzi, Django, Win, Redhead, and Mr. DC. And excuse me if I pronounce any of those names wrong.
Three of them cats is on my team, so yeah.
Who's three of them cats?
Keyshawn, that's the bro. He's on the team. MKF, that's Louis. Who else he say on there? Redhead, that's the bro. So them off rips deserve to be on there. I don't know the specific order because I haven't dove into everybody like that, but like I said, three of them is home team, so yeah, it's a go.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list. Yeah. Only thing I'm saying, Travis Thompson already blew up though. I would like to see he's doing his thing. He's still grinding, obviously, but I was saying if for the spot, I probably would have put a different artist there because we've been supporting him. Well, I'm not gonna say we because I'm not gonna say that like I've been all the way delved into his music like that. I can't say that. I rock with it, what I see. Shout out to Dylan Fowl and Shelton Harris. They're doing a great job. I haven't heard all of Travis Thompson's content. Saw the radio station freestyles, filthy.
Mm-hmm.
The singles that I've heard are dope. But yeah, I would have put a different person there just because he's been doing this. He's out of here. He's gone. He's doing his thing. I agree with the Keyshawn. Yeah, he's definitely blowing up. ParisAlexa is out of here. Django, I rock with Django. Django, he got the single Legacy. You feel me? With the Kung Fu grip on there. She's crazy. Cam Newton picked that up. That shit's out of here. Mr. DC, I got the chance to see him live for the Respect My Region event they had going on. He's cool. I don't know all these artists, but definitely I would say, just based off of what I saw today, they absolutely deserve their spot. So, yeah.
Cool.
I think, I don't know if this is in order or whatever, but, you know, MKF been doing their thing, like, for a minute now, so that's good to see them on the list in general. And they got a lot of artists. It's not just one artist that's like popping. You got Dip and our Deb, you know, with Put the Wood. What is it? Put the Wood in her. Was that the name of the song? Yeah, that's the name of the song. Yeah, so that, I mean,
Put the Wood
that's
in
like
her,
a
yeah.
power team, like how we were talking about earlier, like
Wood in
how
her.
you grasp all these different artists that are booming and then you push that. Like, that's a perfect example because it's not just one person, it's multiple people. Rose, everybody on there. Travis Thompson, yeah, like you said, he's already famous. Gulavelli, he be pushing his promo. I mean, on Instagram, that's all I be seeing is his little promo videos. And that's good. That's what you need to do as an artist because it's like when you don't put yourself out there, when you're not putting out your content and shit, it's just like, you know, you're not really investing in yourself to like get to the next level. So kudos to that. ParisAlexa, that was my first time hearing her on the Ellis Prescott song. So, you know, that was a good choice. I was thinking about like, did he choose a good feature for that song? And it was like, yeah, you know, it wasn't like too offbeat or nothing like that. She did her thing on that. Keyshawn, shout out to him. Isaac Jacuzzi, we learned that he has just one like major hit, but that video was fire. Shout out,
It was dope.
yeah. Dream Million Angels, is that what it's called?
Arenas?
No,
What are we talking about?
like Really Million.
Arenas?
Her little modeling agency.
Oh, Lily?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the agency. But
Well, they did their thing in there because all them girls were in there. It just made the visual was just more popping. I just want to say that. Django never heard of him. Heard, how do you say her name? Wayne?
Is it Win? Win? Sorry for disrespecting you, but yeah, when we saw the video, she was killing that, ripping that beat.
She's not from Washington though, so that's not only.
She's from Portland.
Yeah, that's the only thing. She's
That's
not from
the white chick.
That's PNW. I guess they
She
showed.
rock with Gab, the one with Gab.
I don't even know.
Isn't that?
Or that's somebody else.
I think that's somebody else.
You talking about
What's her name though? Is it
Gift?
Blimes? Yeah, Blimes.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Redhead.
She's gassing though.
Redhead's from Virginia, but he's been here for a minute. And he's been pushing his music as well, like records in his house type.
Everything
type
looks
grind.
professional and good on this list. So I mean, everybody deserves their spot. They working hella hard.
And respect my region know how to ruffle feathers a little bit and leave certain people.
Oh, they know what they doing.
They know how
Shout out to Mitch. We're gonna talk. Actually, I'm gonna sit down with Mitch and talk. But shout out to Mitch running the whole respect my region.
Disrespect my
But yeah, some of these things, Mitch, you do know you could swap out Travis Thompson for somebody, bro.
I need Junior B on that list. I need
Junior B's going crazy.
I need Ralphie Davis on that list.
That's for surely.
I need a few other cats on that list too.
There's some cats that have been working.
I need J Loud on that list. I need a.
That's what I'm saying.
That's your list though.
Yeah.
So you can't criticize another man's list.
No,
it's
it's
good.
good.
It's great.
It's good.
I would have threw some other names on there too though. But yeah,
I
man.
would've.
JR Flame, man. Shout out to JR Flame too. He's working. He's doing good. Okay. Oh yeah, we gonna make a crazy.
Y'all gonna have a
list.
chance to. We'll make our own list.
Anyways.
All right.
Shout out to Respect My Region. Or what did you say? What was yours?
Oh, disrespect my region.
Disrespect My Region. Yeah.
Up and coming artists seem to rather spend the money on things that don't really necessarily improve their career, as like professional studio time.
So like money, like on jewelry and like
money, cash hoes.
Well, that topic, it's a whole different ball game because the jewelry and the things like that, it makes people look at you.
It's your image. Your image is everything.
What is he doing with all that jewelry? Why does he?
How does he get that money?
Right now, if your music's popping, cool. If your music's not popping and you got it, then yeah, it's a bad investment.
Like if you have an image, somebody's gonna click your profile.
Some of them going absolutely crazy though with it,
right?
Because there's smart artists that are literally that's like a tax write-off. Like this is my image. People know me because of this shit that I'm wearing right now.
But a lot of people nowadays, they're not even smart enough to know. As soon as you have that clunk of gold with your name on it, it's.
But it depends because rappers be getting snatched up.
You can't sell that to somebody. Like your name is Lil Coco and
Lil Coco.
You can't sell that to somebody. They're gonna have to boil. So
if somebody grabbed your chain off your neck, would you pay the money? Like you see how they be doing this thing where they jack the chain. We want $15K for your fucking chain back. Or
I'd buy another one
because it became like a catch a nigga lacking type situation. It was like
for the clout kind of thing.
It's like I went viral off I took this dude's chain and I'm trying
even
to
females was off that for a second.
No.
What if it was sentimental?
I would just buy another one. I wouldn't even waste my time. You keep that thing. I'm
it's
gonna just
like
buy myself
you're gonna have it until I see
three more.
You. That's facts though. Pretty much. I'm not paying nothing to get nothing back.
They snatched Lil Mosey, man. That's not. Is did anybody look into that situation, that real situation where he got snatched up?
I don't know nothing about it.
I think was it Avatar Darko got the chains back?
Got the chains back, yeah.
But they tested them and they weren't real.
Gang, that's fucked up.
I don't know nothing about that situation, man. That's highly unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
Allegedly,
hopefully,
I should say. I guess
it is alleged. Everything is alleged here. But that's unfortunate though, because I think Lil Mosey's doing his thing. I mean, he's a young dude. Anybody with that kind of money and influence, and I think he's a good guy.
So do you guys think he doesn't have like real chains or?
I wouldn't give a fuck.
He 100% do, but it's probably just in his.
Some people, you know what I'm saying? If you could get away with rocking something, if it's on your neck, ain't nobody. It looks good. It's glittery. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody is not gonna, it's gonna look like damn, he's popping, and it's like you gotta give your artist the image that they're popping, even if they're not.
That's true.
They need to have on jewelry and all of that because it looks good. In pictures, it looks great. You feel me? I've been the dopest person in the room on many occasions, but I don't even like wearing jewelry. The jewelry I do have is like a gift. I didn't go buy it because I'm trying to shine. So it's usually under my shirt or something like that. But, in pictures, it just looks good. I could be standing next to somebody, they just got jewelry on, and they're gonna be looking at them before me because it's like, why does he have? He's shining, he's gleaming. But as far as what you're saying on the other aspect, the mixing, the mastering, that's highly important. If you don't cut no corners, you know what I'm saying? That's where the money should go, is in the product, the direct product. The product is the music. So you need to put all your earning or whatever you can into that first. Get the proper mixing, get the proper recording, get the proper mastering. Then go get your image right. Go get your, you know what I'm saying? So that way you're not kind of like backtracking, because some niggas will get the image first, you know, and don't have nothing really behind it. And then some people really live the life though, and you know, and already have that image, you know, before they come in, which is good for them because, yeah, selling the lifestyle.
Louis of MKF recently got on tour with Lil Mosey. He had the chance to be part of Lil Mosey's North Best tour, presented by Lyrical Lemonade. Do you think this will take MKF's path to a whole different direction?
Oh yeah.
Like I said, that's home team. So he's managed by my bro, Taj King. So I'm there. I see it.
How old is Louis?
He's a little 25 or something. 25? Somewhere in there. I don't know exactly.
Okay,
but you know, I see what he's doing. I see him working.
A hella good look.
I'm on the inside of it, so I know it's gonna be good for him. And that fan base and that crowd that, you know, Mosey brings out is perfect for that sound, his energy, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna turn out really well. It's you know, I'm not gonna say it's gonna blow his career up, but it's a good stepping stone to start getting people to say, like, who's Louis? What is he? You know, getting your clicks up, getting your numbers up to set up a bigger move. Yeah.
Yeah. So Lil Mosey, MKF.
I think that's a good mix, like a good combination for Seattle. You know, more north area, and then you know the southern area mix. Just because it's like Lil Mosey didn't pick another Seattle local artist. He picked Louis. You know, for that tour. But
they got a dope record together too. I don't think he dropped it yet.
Yeah,
but they got a dope record together, and they went together really well. So
that Keyshawn produced too.
It makes sense. Yeah, shout out to K because he did that beat.
So there's a lot of rappers that don't care about paying for their music, and they get a lot of instruments that have the purchase your tracks today tag or other tags still in them. Do you think this approach in their music hurts the artist in the long run?
When it comes to that, I think it's good for sparring. I think it's good to keep your shit sharp. But stay your ass off the internet buying getting these beats and downloading.
You better go
shit,
find
man.
you a whole producer.
And you can't make no money off it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go ahead and sell it and get it booming, somebody's gonna come suing for you. You know what I'm saying? Or you might run into somebody that's like, hey, just break me off some. But somebody might want their bread. Don't let it go top 100 or something like that.
Exactly what the Bobby Shmurda shit.
So it's like, no, stop cutting corners, bro. Go and get you something made. Or if you want that beat, purchase it entirely. Get the track out. You own it all. You own the whole system of it. The hi-hats, it's yours. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you come into agreements with that producer and they want producer credit or something like that, stop wasting your time. It's good for sparring. You want to do like how niggas was doing mixtapes back then and was just using different beats that were hot. It's good to get some views when you rap on somebody else's beat. That's a hot beat. It's good for that type of stuff. But to make your career, no. Because it's not your sound. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking somebody else's beat per se. But if you're just buying beats off the internet with tags on them and all of that, bro, cut it out.
I agree with that. Buy the whole track. Get your money up. Especially if you're portraying that image, man. You got to copy beats. Pay the producers. But definitely put your little freestyles out. I do that stuff sometimes too. You do put on the SoundCloud, you know what I mean? But don't take it onto like Spotify and all that, trying to profit off of something that's not yours, especially when we heard the beat already. We know it's not original. So anyways.
Or I also, my young bro, he run into the problem where we was in a club, somebody goes on stage and performs, and it's his beat.
It's your beat.
And he's looking at me like, bro, that's my beat.
Yeah.
I got a song to that I just put money into, da 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 da. And I said, bro, do you own it?
Before, actually.
You know what I'm saying? Where did you get it from? Was it online? Was it on YouTube or shit like that? But it was like, you'll run into that because you looked at it, somebody else looked at it, somebody else looked at it, and they all wrote verses and recorded at their house because all you know how easy it is to download a beat from YouTube and record to it. And now there's 5 or 6 niggas with the same track on the same beat. You feel me? Because you cutting corners. You feel me?
But do what you gotta do. If you're just really getting your feet wet, hey man, if you gotta rap, you gotta rap. Just don't think that you can make money off of this. And that's the whole moral of the story. Put the freestyle out, whatever. But even then, man, keep that as a demo. You're just listening to that until you can purchase the beat. You feel me? Anyways, we'll cut off of that.
You want to start with?
All right. So what's your biggest goal for 2019?
My biggest goal, man, is just to get everything behind the scenes kind of already pre-set up. Like, yeah, kind of set up like my pre-meals type situation. You know what I'm saying? Have everything in order. The where I'm at in my career, we've learned a lot. You know what I mean? The do's, the don'ts, what to have covered, what, was unneeded and unnecessary. So now it's like make my next move my best move. You know what I'm saying? So now we got the connections, we got the inside things that we need to have, and we know where to put the music, how to get the music where it should be, and target it the right way. So now it's, like I said, just setting all up the behind the scenes things first and taking it, a step at a time. Because when you have real talent, it's like, yeah, you can run at a time, but you can't run at a time when it comes to like creating dope music, dope content. So I don't believe like I'm in a rush to,
What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh man.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the age of the Pisces right now almost.
Tis the season.
Yeah, it's definitely our time right now. So shout out to the Pisces.
So for somebody who has, let's just say somebody that just hasn't heard of your music or anything, what is something that you bring to the table that you feel like you offer the game that somebody can be like, man, I go to Huey P for this because he talks about this or he does this, or what do you think that you can highlight about yourself that you feel like you offer to the game?
I would say like a genuine insight, like a real, like something that is gonna bring you down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's rare though. You don't get that a lot. So
I appreciate that. I think it's something that's very versatile. You know what I'm saying? If you really dug into some music, you don't get like the same sounds over and over and over and over and over. So as far as bringing to the game, I would just say like a level-headedness or something like that. Yeah.
What was your initial like influence that got you like when you first started writing rhymes and stuff? Because we all kind of look at a couple artists. We don't come out of nowhere. There's a couple artists, whether it's their pen game or whether it's the beats they chose or their image. What is your initial inspiration that inspired your first couple rhymes?
My first couple rhymes,
or even first major mixtape or whatever you think, because you had the DJ drama joint,
right?
You feel me? Like, what do you think?
I mean, it would start even before that type of stuff, man. It really just started with something to free my spirit. You know what I mean? Like I came up in a wild childhood, so I needed to express it in a way. So when I started picking up on rap, I had a couple older brothers, so I was always digging into the music. And then I find my artists I like, the Lupes and the cats like that, Beanie Sigel, Jada Kiss at that time. Cassidy was popping at that time where I started really digging into it. So it was like hearing a lot of lyricism, but then being on the West where, my mama, you feel me, she's slapping Sugar Free, E40 and different stuff. So, I'm getting East Coast, West Coast and all of that. So, once me and the homies started having fun with it, you know what I mean? And then, you start going around kind of getting the confidence to showcase it, and people start telling you you're dope. And eventually you start believing it.
How did you feel your first performance? Do you remember your first performance? Where was it at? Like
my very first performance as a kid. It was a kid. I remember. I haven't told this story really too many times, but my very, very first performance of my life, I did a talent show with the homies, and we did I think it was like Backstreet Boys or some shit.
Shut up.
Backstreet Boys.
No, was it Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? My Way. Who did My Way?
I was about to say, I think that's NSYNC.
I'm in it, tell me what. Who? Yeah. Who?
Oh, that's the.
That's Backstreet Boys.
That's Backstreet Boys.
I think that is Backstreet Boys.
But my real, as a
good.
rapper, you feel me? I was comfortable. You feel me?
Except.
I was definitely comfortable, man.
He was getting it.
I don't know. I've always just, you know, when I performed, I just put my passion into it. You know what I'm saying? Who I might feel like walking around the stage. I might feel like staying in one spot and have my eyes closed or something. Like, who knows? But what you're hearing through the speakers, though, you're gonna feel it for real. You feel me? Like, no matter what I'm doing on stage. But my first performance, I don't remember being nervous at all.
So you spent some time in New York?
Yeah, early on in my life, but yeah, majority.
Okay, so that's we seen that you linked up with a couple artists last year, Lil Baby, Davice from Harlem. How do you feel about his music? You would be a big fan of his stuff?
To be all the way a G, wasn't a big fan. I heard dog, and I knew he could spit.
Like just another light skinned nigga.
So how did that come about? How did that feature come about for you guys?
They was in our city. They came to the city. And I forget where we was at, but you know, we get a call to come pull up. You feel me? We pull up, and you know, linked with the management. My management was talking with his management and shit. And then shout out to the bro Black, cause his manager was actually linked in with somebody else on Davies' team. You feel me? So it kind of just made the situation a little more cool to where it was like niggas wasn't on no shiesty shit. You know, you knew we was cool, we would stand up. So then the vibes was good. We went back to the studio, kicked it for a minute, started running through some beats. We wrote it on the spot, recorded it, you know, documented it, and it was really that simple, bro. It wasn't nothing extra, you know, like we was homies or nothing like that. Like, nah, he's cool dude. We done, you know, he done came to the city a few times.
What was the studio vibes like? How was it in the studio with him?
It's just energy. It's cool. He's a cool cat. You know, calm. You know, he's kind of like us. He likes smoking weed a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the perfect place for that. So we was automatically just chill, you know, burning, and yeah, it was real. It was that simple, man.
You got any music or any projects that you got coming up?
Yeah, I got a body of work that I'm about to put out. I haven't really put out any real promo behind it yet, but I got a project that I'm gonna put out just to get all of this music off my chest. And I got a new,
got some archives.
I got a new, you know what I'm saying, batch that I want to introduce and start getting out there to the people. So if you know the people that really know how I do it and keep my music, man, I have tons of music that I just hold on to, you know, that never except sometimes I go back and you know, I'll
recreate something,
listen to something, and it might catch me again, because sometimes
finish the thought.
Yeah, sometimes I get in a vibe early on with a record and then I lose it, you know, and then I'll come back to it, but then I done cooked like 5 or 6 other tracks in the meantime and never came back to it, and then I might just be searching one day and, you know, going through some old records, or, you know, I put them in different folders. And
so do you catch the hook first, or do you write a couple bars first?
It just depends on the beat. It's just the beat, honestly. The beat brings it out of me. If I hear a record, you know what I'm saying, what I'm singing, if it sounds like something more so like, you know, a hook, then, you know, I just create it as that. Sometimes I get it all at once. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it just sounds like one big verse. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends on the vibe, honestly.
What's your happiest, like, what's your proudest moment of your I want to say life/career, because it's like.
Musically, though?
Sure. Both. Give me 2.
I mean, my life is my kids, man.
How many kids do you have?
I got 3 of them things, man.
3 of them things.
Yeah,
dang.
That really gave me everything I kind of needed to, you know, focus up, turn shit, get real serious with things, and start, you know, putting my head in the right direction. But of music. My proudest moment in music.
Talk to me.
Damn, I'm trying to think. Honestly,
Talk to me.
Do you remember the one move that kind of got the ball rolling? You felt like in your head.
Listen,
I want to know the proudest, like the one that you worked the hardest on, the one that you.
The one I worked on hardest on was called.
You put your blood, sweat, and tears.
It was called The Deep End. It was called The Deep End. Me and my bro Mike Mack put that project out. Man, we worked real hard on that thing. Shout out to B-Rock. We really put that thing together like something crazy at the time. And from the production, the mixing though, at the time we didn't really know too much about, you know, getting the thing mastered and mixed. We just got it mixed real good as we thought it needed to be and all of that, and put it together. But we was really happy. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, I was really happy with just putting the music out. I was just, you know, overjoyed with it, and the response was dope. As far as that, but to answer your question of which was, what'd you say? What was that move that kind of got the ball rolling?
Moving in your mind.
In my mind, this is when YouTube was just getting going. This is MySpace and all of that shit. I made a YouTube video called 32 Bars of Crack, and I put it up, and at this point, I was just writing tons of shit, like composition books. It got to a point I was writing so much and remembering it, I didn't have to write no more. I don't write. When I just sit there and think about it and go in there and
magic
bomb.
out your mouth.
You know what I'm saying? I like to write. If I write, it's just for the joy of writing something down. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I would say that point, that's when it hit me where I knew I could do something with it. Then it was like the process of learning what to do, who to do it with, how to get into this, how to do this, how to get it to the radio, how to, you know what I'm saying? But that was a while ago. But, you know, that first video, and it had a ton of views. Off that video, we did a live stream. Meek Mill, before he got booming, jumped in my shit. Sent them the number, bro. Kid you not. This word to my kids. Kid you not. We sitting there playing the game. My phone pops up. It's like, you got a voicemail. I get a voicemail. I click the voicemail. And it's like, yo, this Meek, I want to hear your verse. You hear me back, right? Right?
Just a voicemail, no ring?
I go, yo, Mac. Mac, listen to this. I go to click replay. Boop. Message deleted. On my life. On my life. We was sitting there like, bruh, how do we? And this is before he got, you know what I'm saying? This is like freestyle battle rap days and shit. When, you know, niggas like Reed Dollars and shit was cracking for Philly. And it was like Meek Mills and this nigga named like Joey Jihad and these other Philly niggas was just rapping on camera. And I was falling in love with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I started rapping on camera like for real. And that energy that like, yeah, that was when I figured, you know, I was dope at the shit.
All right. Want to thank you so much, Huey P, for taking the time to come in today.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you for the listeners for tuning in. This has been Kal Nadi.
Henry Hunter K, Mr. High Definition.
Little Honey Dippin'.
Hey, Huey P, man. Shout out to the team. TKE, Oi Brand all day. You know what it is.
Yes, sir.
This has been the Hip Hop Seattle podcast, live from Studio Sage. You can find each of our episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Follow me everywhere, Huey P Music, man.
Instagram, Snapchat, all of that.
Yeah, all that
Cash
stuff.
App, all of that.
Got it. Especially that Cash App,
man.
Yo, this is Miguel Rockwell.
And this is Hawkinsburg.
And you're rocking with
Hip Hop Seattle.
Boom.
Yeah. D-Major, baby. Yeah, these girls, they don't know me. Yeah, they don't know about me and you. Yeah, these people say they hate me. Yeah, they don't know about the things that we do. Focused on my music and I'm focused on you. You all up in my brain, I ain't thinking what to do. We ride around town holding hands, we the two. Don't want nobody else cause I'm all about you. Yeah, baby got me so crazy. Yeah, why you do this to me, baby? Showing love on the daily. You show the love, you show the care. I keep telling you, come on, take me. You got the beauty of a princess and you pop just like daisies. Yeah,
Yeah, I love the way you riding on it. You see me gripping on your thighs, you see me loving on it. You putting hands all through my hair, you saying I can take it. And then I put shit on your back and say, now watch me make it. Messing with cash, you already know. Doing the dash to get to the dough. Making the cash, making the splash. Spending on you, ain't no need for the hoes. Going on tour, yeah, you missing on me. I be the one that be making the green. You was the one with the money, but now I be stunting, so now you can let it all be. Late at night, thinking about you. Got a necklace with diamonds, I put it on you. Got them people, they hating because I got you. So now we up next, baby, I told you the truth. Yeah, these girls, they don't know me. Yeah, they don't know about me and you. Yeah, these people say they hate me. Yeah, they don't know about the things that we do. Focused on my music and I'm focused on you. You all up in my brain, I ain't thinking what to do. We ride around town holding hands, we the two. Don't want nobody else, cause I'm all about you.